Hi, welcome to this wood carving knife overview video. Today we're going to be taking a look at these knives from Helvie. So let's start by taking a look at the blades. I'm going to start with this one. This is a 1 3/4 inch roughing knife. I would say it's kind of the signature, most common blade that you see from Helvie. And it's got that kind of classic flat cutting edge, 1 3/4 inches long, comes down to a great detail point. If I turn it sideways here, you can really see the Helvie secret sauce here. If you've heard of Helvie knives, you know they're very highly regarded in the wood carving community, sought after. And this is, I think, why. Look at how thin that blade is. That's a roughing blade, 1 3/4 inches, but incredibly thin. And they're the only knife maker that I've noticed has exact dimensions of the thicknesses of all their blades on their website. For reference, let me show you that next to like this Pinewood Forge Harley knife. Also an excellent knife. And it works well for roughing with a little bit of a thicker blade here. But you can see how thin that Helvie blade is, and that's what really helps it slice through. Now it's not a completely flat grind. They'll note that there's a slight bevel on that. You can see that a little bit in my sharpening there. This is the very first fancy, like, high-end carving knife I bought right after I started carving, and I didn't even really know how to properly maintain it. So this one's been with me for a while, but it's held up and well, and I still use it regularly. So great for roughing. Also has a great tip on there, and their ability to keep that knife really thin while also holding up for rough out uses and providing that tip is what makes these knives so special. So these other two blades that I have here, this is a detail blade, 1 1/4 inch on the left, and a medium detail blade, 1 1/2 inch on the right. And you can see that detail blade on the left just comes down to a sharper point, a little bit thinner width overall, a little bit narrower overall, and that provides great detail support. These are both incredibly thin blades. They do have a little bit of flex. Some people really like that. Some people don't so much, but especially on the smaller bladed ones, they've got a little bit of flex, which makes them a little bit forgiving, depending on the types of cuts that you're making. They also come highly polished, mirrored finished, incredibly sharp right out of the box. Just a joy to use. They deserve the reputation that they have, for sure. So next I'm going to talk a little bit about the handles. And what you need to know about the Helvie handles is they've got, I think, close to 15 different handle shapes that they make. And so I've got 2 different handle shapes here. The first one is on the right, is called the knuckle grip. Now I bought this. It was my first actual carving knife that I bought that was a real carving knife. I saw a Helvie knife used on a video, and so I went and I ordered one, and I didn't have any idea what shape handle I wanted. And I got this one, and actually my preference is for these. I would prefer to have something a little bit wider down here in my handle. For longer sessions, I'd prefer more width down here in my palm. But it's got a good grip up here. It still works well. I still use it regularly, but one of my hopes is I'm on a wait list to get these, and I can't wait to get this 1 3/4 inch blade in a handle that I know is going to be a little bit more comfortable for me. These are both Floyd Radigan handles, and they've got that, for me, what I really like, the little bit more width in the base with a little bit of a grip at the front. And I like that. Just kind of helps me get my finger and forefinger in there, and just incredibly comfortable whether I'm carving like this or with my thumb on the back. It works really well. So my suggestion with these is, if you get a chance to order one, go in knowing your preference. Know what type of handle shape that you like, so when you order it, that you end up with one that you like. I hadn't carved enough to know before I got this one. It's still an excellent knife. I still use it regularly. And for some people, that might be the exact shape that you want, which is great. The variety is excellent, but just know what type of handle you like before you order those. The other thing to note on the handle, of course, is the beautiful multicolored pack of wood. I've gotten these from three different times. I didn't purchase them all at once, but I've ended up with kind of coordinating colors here, which I don't mind at all. I like that, but they come in all sorts of different colors and just absolutely stunning. I've seen several kind of knockoff brands on eBay or other places, so avoid those. Make sure you're getting an actual Helvie, and everybody's trying to copy that colorful handle, but they're they're extremely smooth, very comfortable. I wouldn't say they're overly wide, but they're wide enough to hold very comfortably, and uh, not slippery, grippy enough to be grippy, but not sticky. Beautiful finish. So next we'll talk about any extras with these knives. They don't come with a sheath. So if you want a sheath, that might be an aftermarket thing that you want to do for those. I've got these leather sheaths that I love to use. You can get these on a couple different wood carving sites, and that's what I love to use with these. It just gives it a nice professional look that matches the quality of the handle. Of course, if you're a good leather worker, you could make one yourself. The extras you really get with Helvie are just the value of getting one. They deserve the reputation that they have, and the beauty of them. They used to sell sheaths that looked like this, and I had one of these as well, which just had a little hard plastic divider in that. But you can add your own sheaths too. So the last thing I'll do is a quick demo with these knives, and let's start with that roughing knife. And like I said, this is one of the knives I've had the longest, but it will just pull that away. If you strop it well, it'll stay sharp for a very long time. That's so smooth that you can just go really deep and take huge chunks out without any problem. Yeah, strong enough to cut across the grain at hard angles, and even with this roughing knife, I can do really great detailed cut and detailed work. Of course, with your smaller ones, you'll get even more flexibility with the details that you might want to put in. They'll have a little bit more flex in the blade, but they'll also do plenty fine with your push cuts and other things. So can't recommend them enough. They deserve the reputation that they have. If you get the opportunity to get one, definitely jump on it.